Yo, what's going on, guys? Rabbit here, or Larry the Lobster, because of how fucking burnt I am. Today I'm doing a live cutcom, I guess. It's a story time of how my family found out I smoke. And saying it's nobody else's story, this is mine, and it's not made up. Luna. I mean, I love your videos, but like, fuck. So this story contains me, my buddy, I'm gonna give him the name Connor, and then his girlfriend, Alicia, and my girlfriend. It was a Saturday night, because I had work the next morning on Sunday at 7. So I had to get up early, and anyways, my buddy Connor, his girl and my girl, they're always here. Like, Connor and his girl are at least here like 4 days a week. My girl's here like living here basically, and I fucking don't. I enjoy it. But anyways, this was like the typical, like, you know, what happened every night, you know. So we had just came back inside from smoking the first trip, and everything was fine, you know. We had just bought a bong because Cocopelli's stupid doesn't ID for some reason. They just don't ID. I don't know what it is, but they don't. So my buddy Connor and I just bought a bong, you know. So second trip out, we packed the bong. We packed my Star Wars bowl. It's like silicone. It's cool. It's cool. And then I rolled maybe like one of the best joints I've ever rolled in my life. It was fat. It was like probably the best. It's probably the best joint I've ever rolled. That's all I can really describe it as. It was like perfect. Well, anyways, we go out with all 3 items, you know, having fun, enjoying our high, you know. First, start out with the bong, finish that, then move on to the bowl, finish that. And while we were smoking the bowl, we lit up the joint. You know, she was burning nice. Hardly had to we had to restart her like once. It was just so nice. And then come back inside, you know, put on my light strip, enjoying our high, eating our food, because, you know, munchie season all the time, you know. Ate more than we should have. And they go home, or my girl stays the night, like usual, and then my buddy Connor and his girl, forgot what I gave her the name of, but anyways, they always leave around like midnight, you know. So this was maybe like a week after I totaled my car, so I was getting rides to work for my grandmother. I worked at 8, so I got up at like 6:45, you know. Got out around like 2, but anyways. My grandmother drives down from her back porch where she parks her car usually, so that she doesn't have to take as many steps, because she, you know, getting older, bad feet, stuff like that. So she comes around, waiting for me, because I got up and showered. I walk out the front door, hop in my grandmother's car. She's been waiting there for like 5 minutes. You know, I'm about to close the door, head to work. My grandmother just sits there, looks at me, and goes, you might want to get that off my front porch. And I just look, and it is the bong that my buddy Connor and I just bought. I mean, she thought it was so at first she thought it was a dab rig. Like, I got in the car, I was trying not to have a conversation with her at all. Like, I was not trying to have a conversation with her. I was just sitting down looking at my phone, so I did not want to talk about it. Now, anyone that knows me, like, well, knows I don't do dabs. I just smoke the plant, you know. The good, the green. Not the wax. I don't fuck with that. But she started talking to me. She was like hella disappointed in me and shit like that. Like anyone would. Like, she's raised me since birth, so I mean, like, just really disappointed, especially since, like, she'd always asked me if I had, and I lied to her and shit like that. It's just, she was so disappointed. So anyways, I get to work and I tell Connor what happened. I'm freaking the fuck out. And my buddy Connor, he's just like, oh my fuck, like, we're fucked, like, because he's over, like, 5 nights a week. He basically lives with me, so he thought he was going down too, but I just start working, doing my job, all quiet. My boss comes up to me. He's chill. He's like late 20s, early 30s. He's, you know, he smokes, he vapes. He's chill with Connor and I. Like, he pulls out his vape. He pulls out his dab pen. Like, shit like that at work. And it's just, he's just a cool dude. I start talking. Like, I'm just like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be talking much. Like, Vicky found out that I smoked. Like, she found my bong and shit like that. And he's just like, my uncle that passed, he was like best friends, and that's basically how I got my job. But, like, he was like, you're fine. There's 2 pounds in there at one point from your uncle. Like, you're fine. And I was like, I don't know, because I'm her grandson, so it's differently. It's just different.
Team deathmatch. We've got enemy inbound. Lock and load.
But yeah, apparently my uncle had like 2 pounds in the garage. Like, it was, like, I had no idea. Like, I wish I had started smoking. Like, I wish I had that. So anyways, the next day, the day after she found it, you know, everything went back to normal. Like, Connor, his girl, and my girl came over, you know, usual. And it was around like 4. Connor and I just worked the same shift because we worked together. And everything was fine. He came over, we hung out after work. He came over while the girls were at work or whatever they were doing. And this is around like 4, maybe. And we had like sat down and talked with my grandmother about what she saw and stuff like that. And I was so shocked. Like, I was so shocked. She like didn't care. She was just like disappointed. Like, as long as we do it responsibly, like, don't drive after this and that. I'm like, what the fuck? Where did this come from? Because she was always against it. Like, she was like, I'll lock you up downstairs if I ever catch you doing drugs. Like, she thinks it's like a gateway drug and stuff like that. I'm like, where the fuck did this come from? Because I was not expecting it. Well, anyways, Connor and I start talking to her, you know, have a normal conversation. And it was fine. I don't know how else to say it. Like, I don't think it could have gone any better than it did, in my opinion. Like, she was so chill about it. And I was so shocked. Like, I was seriously expecting me to, like, be dead. Like, no joke, I was expecting to be dead. I was expecting to be locked up in the basement and dead. But she was like, just, as long as you don't smoke it in the house and you're being responsible, like, not driving after, and, like, this and that. And we go to Wendy's every time, like, every single night we go to Wendy's, or sometimes we'll go get fucking Domino's, which is like a 30-minute drive. Like, we just bull out. Sometimes we just sitting here, go to my girlfriend's work and get their pizza and breadsticks because it's so good. They have this garlic butter. Oh. And we just throw my lights on, fade, and throw on some that 70s show or some music. We just vibe in my room. Yeah, that's basically how the story went for how my family found out that I smoke marijuana, pot, Mary Jane, whatever you want to call it. That's basically how my family found out I smoke. And if you'd like more cut comms, more commentaries, more story times, drop a comment down below. Be sure to like, subscribe, share with all your friends. Road to 1 subscriber. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good rest of your quarantine, and peace.